This video I'm going to teach you about the best lines in sports betting overall, right? The over-under line. It's my favorite because it's easiest, it's the best, and usually the stats tell you everything. But don't be fooled. Just because there's a streak going on doesn't mean the streak will go on. Streaks break as soon as they're formed. And that is why you need a trustable capper that knows what he's doing. Someone like me, I give you free bets every single day in my free Telegram. I also have a paid group called BriskyBets Insiders, which is the best sports betting group in the history of sports betting and in the world right now. For the past half decade, I've been betting and I've never been in a loss overall in a week. So that is how you can trust me, and you can see every single bet of mine, every single loss, every single win online every single day. Anyways, over under, right? This is my favorite line. I'm the best at over under. I'm the best at handicap. I'm the best at money line. I'm the best at every single thing. Also, if you have not watched my video, Laws of Sports Betting, you need to watch it right now, especially if you're getting started. Anyways, newbies, let's get started. Over under is simple, self-explanatory. Over or under. Let's say if it's soccer or football, right? Usually the lines are over 2.5, under 2.5. That means if the total goals in the game is 3 or more, you win. But for under 2.5, similar, if the goal is 2 or less, you win. Depending on what you bet on is depending on what the final score is. And very simply, if you bet over 2.5 and the goals are only 2, 1, or 0, you lose, my friend. Similarly to under 2.5. And it's not just in goals, it's even in basketball, it's even in hockey, it's even in cards in soccer. Over 4.5 cards is the usual line. And what else? It's basically in every single thing. Shots on target, shots in the game, goals, baskets, steals. So this is basically over under is the best line and is the main line for sports betting. If you don't know this, I can tell you've never bet in your fucking life. But anyways, even though it's so simple, you retards still ask me these questions every single day. Like a stupid NPC. Bro, what does over under mean? That is why I'm making this video, so I can just send you this video and get over with it and not waste my fucking time. Anyways, over under gets a little complicated here, right? Over 2.5, under 2.5, simple. 2 goals, 3 goals, win or loss, right? But your retard's brains stop working as soon as there is a line for over 2, under 2, or over 2.75, under 2.75, or over 2.15, under 2.15. Everybody's brains stop working, and rightfully so. Especially this is a little complicated. This one is simple, right? Just like over 2.5 goals, under 2.5 goals, the line is of 2 goals. That means if you bet on over 2 goals, that means you win if there are 3 goals or more, and you win if there is 1 goal or less. But if it's exactly 2 goals, it's a refund. That means no win, no loss. Same for under 2. You only win if there's 1 goal or less, and you only lose if there's 3 goals or more. If there's exactly 2 goals, it's a refund. So this is one of the safer bets. This people think is usually complicated and not safe, and people don't like it, but this is really good. I love it, and I bet on it very often. And I'm the best at it, frankly. Over 2.75 basically means the line is your wager. You place $100 like a Proki or $1,000 like a G. It splits in 2 halves. So if it's 2.75, it will split in 2.50 and 3. These will be the lines you will be betting on, because 2.75 is right in the middle. That's the best way to explain it. So if you bet on over 2.75, your half wager will be placed on over 2.5 and half will be placed on over 3. If the game has exactly 3 goals, half of your bet will win and half will be refunded to you. And if there are 4 goals, that means you win over 2.5, of course, because there are 4 goals and that is more than 2.5 goals. And you also win over 3 because 4 goals are also more than 3 goals, right? And similarly with under 2.5, under 2.75, your wager will be split in 2 ways again. Under 2.5 goals and under 3 goals. That means if there are 2 goals in the game, you win both the bets because 2 goals are less than 2.5 and 2 goals are less than 3. But if there are 3 goals, that means you lose half your bet and half is refunded. Do you understand? It's very fucking simple. And if there are 4 goals, you lose because 4 is more than 2.5 and more than 3, right? And when it's under 2.15, always splits in 2 ways, of course. One is, let's say you bet on over 2.15, it will be over 2 goals, and the other one would be over 2.5 goals. That means if there is only one goal or less, you lose both the bets because one is less than 2 and less than 2.5. But if there are 2 goals, this is refunded and this is half loss. It's called a half loss. So if you bet $100 like a brokey, you will get $50, down your fucking drain and $50 back in your pocket, right? But if there are 3 goals, you win over 2.5 goals. You win over 2 goals, right? Because 3 is more than 2. You win this and you win this as well because 3 is more than 2.5, right? So basically, if you bet $100 on it, you will get full win because 3 goals is more than over 2.5 and over 2. And same for this. Under 2.5 goals will be split in 2 directions as well. Under 2 goals and under 2.5 goals. It's not 2.15. It's usually 2.25. My bad. But yeah. For this, if there is 1 goal, you win because it's less than 2 and it's less than 2.5. If there are 2 goals, this is refunded, and 2 goals is less than 2.5, that means you win half. It's called a half win. 3, you lose because 3 is more than 2 and 2.5. It's basically that simple, right? But when you're betting, I'm going to give you a pro tip, a secret, especially if, for the people who have been betting for a while, you already know of this, but if you're new, you need to watch this because this is going to help you become a profitable bettor. Now, there are 3 types of over-unders usually in cards, in goals, in baskets, in whatever, right? For example, one would be total. That means team A plus team B equals to total, right? Second one would be team A total. The other one would be team B total. So that means, for example, if you bet team total over 2.5, that means both teams, doesn't matter who scores, total should be over 2.5 for you to win. But if you win team A total 1.5 over, that means team A needs to score at least 2 goals for you to win. And same with team B total. If you bet team B over 2.5 or under 2.5, then that team needs to score less or more than what you have bet on for you to win. It's as simple as that. Now you can look for corners, you can look for, total steals for a basketball team, or total goals or total penalties or whatever, right? You need to look through the lines and search. But this is basically over and under for you.